Oh, Hallibel, let's go. With Jury. Oh, my bad. He's paying attention to the fireball game, so we can bait him with. I'll show. Okay, that was a crazy punish. Oh my god, he whiffed it. That was so terrible for both of us. What? I didn't get my follow-up? Is Daigo returning to Ryu? That's a good question. Oh my god, that comboed! Oh my god, that comboed! Oh, I thought I had to punish. Trash at this conversion for some reason. Really bad at the conversion still. Even though it's fairly simple to do. I legit forgot the inputs. I legit forgot the input. I really need to get more muscle memory. I'm still not good enough to do this consistently in a match. That's crazy. One frame reaction speed, guys.
Ryu wins.
Oh my god. Oh my god! Every... I happened to jump into that? No fucking way. I'm too stupid. I'm too stupid. Oh, take a look at that. I should be holding back. Low tier. Oh wow, he punched the jab with that. Do you live in Germany? Yes. I live in Germany. Poor JP, low tier character. See that? What is he supposed to do against A tier Ryu? Oh wow, that was so fitting, that perfect with what I was talking about. That's what I'm talking about, you know? Low tier. Clearly low tier. Oh, let's go, low tier. Low tier. Told you guys.
Round 2. Fight. Hadouken. Hadouken. Yep. Hadouken. Hadouken.
I want to style a little bit too hard there, but fortunately I dropped it. Honestly, it's really correct to say fortunately I dropped it. Oh!
Ryu wins.
That's so disgusting. I'm clearly taking this very seriously. Oh, damn. Something like a 5-minute video explaining that the road matters. I don't think there's anything that I need to be doing, to be honest. I think what most people discover when they want to play fighting games is that they are not actually competitive players. That's a discovery that people make, and I think the discovery that they make is actually there because video games in general, their main job is to entertain you, and because of that, the difficulty settings in video games nowadays, even the hardest ones, are actually very, very easy. They are not difficult. Most video games are not difficult. And the reason why they're not difficult is because the mentality behind your typical gamer is a casual mentality. Now, what's the point of me telling someone, hey, you actually need to spend 1,000 hours into this character in Street Fighter 6 to play on the same level, or to even have a chance to play on the same level as some of the pros, okay? What's the point of me saying that? You think that's going to motivate them to play competitively? I think that's actually going to demotivate them to play competitively. One of the things that are, like, anything in life that you do competitively, if you want to get competent at anything, you need to spend a lot of time mastering it. And I think if you knew beforehand how much time you're going to be investing into something, you might not actually do it. So what you need to do instead is you need to figure out a way to have fun along the way. You need to figure out that, hey, it's okay to lose from time to time, you know? If you're frustrated, like, there are certain things I can teach players, right? I can teach them that they definitely need to have the right mentality, that is true. But also, even on low level, even with the casual mentality, you can have fun with the game. I don't think that, and by the way, I don't think the players who are really into, like, players who want to get better, they're not going to hit a wall after 3 days. That's very unlikely. They're just frustrated they're not winning as much as they want to. That's the usual demotivating factor. So they're not hitting a wall after 3 days, they're learning, but they're just not winning. And most of the time you can actually fix that by showing them, hey, you don't need to replicate some crazy combo that you've seen on Twitter or something like that. You actually need to simplify your gameplay for the most part. That's a step actually that I like to teach players to keep them motivated, because if you simplify your gameplay, you're not going to get worse. I think this is the wrong, like, the thing that I think a lot of people think, oh, I'm not optimal, oh, I'm leaving damage on the table here, so guess I'm doing something wrong. No. Get comfortable with you need to establish some kind of baseline, and this is where a lot of people fail, you know? But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna make a video about that as well, for sure, and maybe that's gonna help some players, but I think there's, like, it's just inevitable. People are gonna drop the game, because most people are not competitive players, and no matter what you do, you will not turn them into competitive players. Even if you go into something with a competitive mindset, you're gonna discover that it's not actually something that, it's actually not something that you will be able to fix, because most of the time when someone, or in a lot of cases, it's a time constraint problem as well. I think that's potentially even more frustrating. If you know you only have like an hour or two to spend each day, let's say you're like a dad and you're trying to get good at Street Fighter 6. Good luck doing that while you're trying to take care of the family, trying to meet up with friends, trying to like have a functional life with a full-time job and everything, and get good at Street Fighter. Good luck with that, because that's going to be difficult, you know? This is what I mean, exactly what he said in the last sentences. I'm gonna make a video, as I said, okay? But as I said, I'm not sure how many people are actually gonna get motivated or demotivated by it. It's something that I talk about frequently on my channel when there are new players, you know? What games nowadays would you say are easy to play as a pro? I mean, there are games that are, like, known for their difficulty, you know? I mean, you have the Dark Souls, you have the Sekiro, for example, stuff like that. I didn't even play them, but I'm assuming they're supposed to be difficult, right? Maybe they are difficult, right? But even they're not that difficult. I mean, how many hours are you going to be spending before you reach the end of the level? Okay? You can't, actually, like, it's very unlikely you'll be able to create a single player experience that is enjoyable and takes even close to the same amount of hours that you need to put into, like, a multiplayer game. Do you say fighting games are the hardest competitive games to get good at? No. They're the most obvious that you suck when you start. But that's not the same thing. All of the competitive games are difficult. And the reason why they are difficult is because you're playing other humans. I actually think it's difficult to determine what's a difficult game in terms of competitiveness. Even shallow games like Dive Kick. I mean, in case you don't know Dive Kick, you probably don't know Dive Kick. I mean, I've been long enough in the community to know Dive Kick. Dive Kick is a game where you literally just have two buttons. You have a jump button and you have a dive kick button. And you jump and you dive kick, okay? That's all you can do in the entire game. And all you need to do is you need to hit your opponent with one dive kick and you win. It's like a parody of fighting games because dive kicks in Street Fighter and other fighting games traditionally have very strong properties. So that's a joke that they were basing around. But anyways, guess what? Even a game like Dive Kick is really technical and difficult. Like a pro player will absolutely annihilate you in Dive Kick over a casual player. So even a somewhat shallow game has enough depth so that it's not actually easy to win in a tournament setting. So that's kind of interesting. So now you're getting into more complicated fighting games. How are you going to compare that to something like Counter-Strike or whatever, League of Legends or anything, Fortnite, you know? At the end of the day, the determining factor for difficulty is the human element. And you're going to have the human element in every community. In fact, I think the best determining factor how difficult a game is actually community size. If you want to determine how difficult it is to win any tournament in any category ever made, I think a dominating factor is the size of the tournament itself, how many players are registered. I actually think that's a really reasonable baseline, you know? I don't think that the more decisions made per game, the more the pro will come out on top. Okay, that's true. That's definitely true. But even then, like, we need to define difficulty in the first place. Okay, how much nuance is there in the decision making? Fair enough. But even if you don't have as much nuance, the humans are really good at optimizing whatever situation they're in. So you're going to be able to focus on other stuff. The more complicated your mechanics are, the less you can actually go deep into certain mechanics because they're just going to become too complicated to manage. So the human element is always going to be the determining factor. I agree there are going to be games that are going to give you... They're more skillful games. I guess you could say that. But I think even then, you're going to have... The size of the community is going to determine the difficulty to win in a tournament setting.